Hello everyone, how's going? Today I just want to show you what I do in my garden in the end of August. Today is August 26th and there's something to do in the garden as always. I am going to give you a little quick tour of my garden, some updates and also a little things that you can do in the end of August. And these are mason jar bouquets that I put on my roadside stand today. I have a lot of dahlias and the zinnias. I mean, it's like the best time for zinnias, especially next month in September. Oh my god, I just love this little zinnia so much. They're so pretty. And it's so pop on the white dahlias on the back. This one I do the live video on, I think on my Facebook or Instagram. It's a brown bouquet. It has the cornel dahlias, Sahara, Rudbeckia, and the, dark sunflowers. And this one just so peachy yellow for my customer who like pastel so much. And this is like kind of the end of summer color. It has some lavender, purple, dark pink, and light pink. And this basil is my favorite. I think dark opal basil just so wonderful, and that little seed pod and little pop of lavender purple flowers on the seed pod is just so whimsical. And these are the loose stem for my customers who return the mason jar. Now on this little garden that I cleaned up and plant some new annuals 2 days ago. They don't look super great yet because they need the time to recover. I put the wood chips that we got it for free from the town. So because it's the end of August, I kind of pick the color that is look like fall. Okay, that's marigold. I got it from my backyard. I just transplant them. And this geranium and the little flowers, ornamental grass like this, I get it $2 from my local nursery. A lot of plants are on sale, at the end of August, especially the annuals, because the nursery try to clear out all their inventory. So check it out, these are just $2. It's unbelievable. This is just my house plant. It's croton. I don't know how to say it properly, but it's a house plant and they was in the pot. So I transplant them right here because I think it will give the fall color. This Dusty Miller is already here. They are hardy in my zone. The reason that I just do this garden now because before, if you remember, if you see my video before, we redid our driveway, and because of that I don't wanna work on this garden until the driveway is done because they can mess up the garden, or we have no idea yet how it's gonna look on the new driveway. And on the previous video we talked about this spot. We were thinking about make this wildflowers or make it like a wildlife garden or woodland garden. So we don't know yet what should we do. So Jason decided to just sow the grass seed. When you start the grass seeds, it's best when you pick the week that it will rain a lot. You can see that they grow so fast. This is just about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And on top of the rain, we set up this sprinkler. So it's just a regular sprinkle, right? It's just regular sprinkle, and we hook up with the just regular hose. But here is what I want to show you. This is timer. So we just run the hose from the house. There's water inside here. This will turn on and off automatically based on how you program it. And then once it's turned on, the sprinkler is going to work. I can show you if I put on manual, 10 minutes, it's going to turn on. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's gonna mess up my flowers. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Oh my god, I almost messed up my bouquet. Oh. We just love our new driveway so much. It makes our house look more cottagey, in comparison to the asphalt. This is the oak leaf hydrangea. I think I put it in such a right spot. This spot gets morning sun, okay? And in the afternoon, the house blocks the hot afternoon sun to the hydrangeas, which is like a perfect spot for hydrangea because they don't like heat so much. If you plant them in a very sunny location, make sure you water them very, very good and very often. But this one, I don't even water it. I put a lot of motion compost, and because of the location, they're just doing fine. This is my favorite flowers. It's Dahlia. It's like a shrub, but you can also use this as cut flower. Can just cut it right here on the stem. Okay, once I cut that, it will become like a round ball hedge. And these are the eucalyptus that Jason got them for me. So I'm gonna plant these 3 eucalyptus in my pot today. And here is our backyard. I just love this tunnel so much. This is Dahlia. It has white flower in spring, but now it's done. You guys ready? Oh, the crepe myrtle, they are in full bloom right now. I'm gonna walk you guys over there in a minute. And this is our living area. That's my 4-season garden. In the front right here in spring, I have tulips, okay? And in about summer, this catmint were very, very big, okay? Then I cut it back to the ground. And because I want some color for summer, I just add, the annual flowers in the front of the garden just to add some color. The lavender has to be cut back. So the way you cut back the lavender, cut it about right here, in between the woody stem and the green stem. And then you can collect the seed from this lavender too. On the other side, I used to have hollyhocks, on that spot, and we cut them back right to the ground. They could come back or maybe not. These are the planters that I finished maybe like in early summer. This guy, sweet potato vines, if you give them a lot of compost and water, they will look so full like this, okay? These are the perennial sunflowers. They're just so pretty and they come back year after year. I don't have to sow the seed again and again. They used to be like just one clump, and I keep dividing them. Now they're like very big. These are the hollyhock that I cut back to the ground. About 3 weeks ago, we had problem with our pool because the tube that run the water from the pool to the filter collapsed. So we have to run a new tube, from this spot. So it's sucking water from the pool, come to this spot, and underneath here there's a big tube of water buried underneath the ground right here. Go down to the pool filter. And the pool filter is underneath this. This is English ivy. This is our pool filter. The tube is like underneath that soil. It go up to the pool right there. These are the native flowers, goldenrod. They are about to bloom, and oh my god, I can get so many flowers from this. and they take care of themselves because they're native flowers. I just want to show you guys this guy. Hello. That is wild turkey. I don't know what he's doing there, and he's making that noise. Hello. What you doing? It's not Thanksgiving yet. Next to this spot, I have my granary garden zinnias. I collected the seed from last year, and they cross-pollinate between two varieties, and it gives me this very, very unique color. Oh, look at this color. You see the pink in the middle and the yellow on the outside. And here's our backyard. Everything look good, but kinda done. The sunflowers are pretty much done. But I leave the seed pot because you can see the bird, they come to eat all the seed from these sunflowers. And those are my succession for sunflowers. So I sowed the seed of this sunflower, a little later than those sunflowers. Anyway, I sowed the seed of this sunflower a little too early, so they bloom now. I would love them to bloom in, October or late September. Anyway, the bird like the sunflower seeds so much. This wildflower garden pretty much done too. I have to cut this back right to the ground, okay, right there. And then the other flowers going to grow in between. This is my main zinnia patch. Okay. So it's mostly the Queenie Lamb Zinnia that I plant in this row, but in the middle, I plant the giant binary zinnias because I want the bees to cross-pollinate between two flowers. Okay. After that, I'm going to collect the seed from this binary giant, and I am hoping, the giant zinnia gets some beautiful color from this Queenie Lamb zinnias. I just love this color so much. Oh my! And that's my helper, the pollinator that helped me hybridize the two varieties of zinnias. So I will not know, what this gonna turn out next year, but you guys hang out with me, I'll show you next year. This is my new favorite, the Rudbeckia triloba. And also my flower friend Florist's favorite too. She bought so many stems from this Rudbeckia from me, and she used for the high-end floral design. At the very end of summer, the flowers always look like this. I have to clean up a little bit, but I will not clean the whole thing because I want, source of food for wildlife. Like this native Rudbeckia, the goldfinch like the seed so much, so I leave it there. But for that plant that fall down on my dahlia, I probably have to cut back, okay? Also the Queen Anne lace too. I already cut a lot of dahlias from my flower stand. So here's what I have left. Anyway, I want to show you this dahlia gladiator. They're just so pretty. I forgot to cut them. But that's fine because I'm gonna leave it here just, to have some dahlias left in my garden. I direct sow a lot of seed on this spot. So those are the flowers that are cool season flowers that you can start in fall, like the Nigella. Okay, so they're gonna become like a little seedling, and they will be a little plant before the frost. Then they will, just dormant during the winter time. This is Rudbeckia Sahara. And after that, after the winter in spring, they are going to grow very fast and then bloom in like late spring or early summer, like this foxglove. Someone messed up my spot. I think it's the kitty cat. This is delphinium. Oh my god, this kitty cat messed up so many things and he pooped on my oh my god, don't poop on my seed. Carnation, rudbeckia, feverfield, and bee balm. My gomphrena look pretty lovely. Look at this one, the little pastel pink on the green looks so cute, so cute, and they last super long. My secondary Zinnia patch, so I grow like the little Zinnia in this spot, the Cinderella Zinnias, and behind that I have the peachy color sunflowers. I didn't cut this because I need some flowers left in my garden. Oh my god, look at that. And some more dahlias right here. I have these 2 new seeds from floral, and I am going to direct sow them right here, and then I'll show you guys how to do it. This is black eyed Susan chimney mix. It's gonna be like a spiky, you know, rudbeckia flowers, and also feverfield from floral. So I'm gonna clean up all the little weed out of this garden first, like all of them. And I just wanna show you guys this basher bottom that sells seed itself. So this is perfect. I'm gonna leave them there, okay? And they're gonna die back in winter to the ground, and then they will come back later in spring and bloom beautifully on the spot. And make sure you take all out this weed very thoroughly, because you don't want the weed to mix with your flower seedlings. That's gonna take all the nutrients from your flowers, and also it's gonna be a mess because your seedling going to be like mixed up and messed up with the weeds. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I take all of them out, except this is forget-me-not. They're going to bloom next year. I'm gonna leave them here alone. I have 2 more basher bottom seedling right here. I'm probably gonna move them, to that spot, maybe next to their friend. So next year, this spot gonna be basher bottom. This clover, try to take them out from the ground, but just do your best. You don't have to stress over this. Everything's gonna be fine. Just remember that gardening, you're supposed to have fun and enjoy it, and don't worry so much, okay? Now you kind of till the soil a little bit. The seedlings roots, they are tiny and they're tender. So it's better if you, lose the soil a little bit so that little roots can grow in the soil very well. But anyway, there's a lot of seed in the nature that grow on whatever. But this will just to give them a little help to go a little faster for you. So I think pretty good right here. Now grade it, make it flat. I put a lot of compost on this spot 2 years ago, and last year I add a little more compost, so my soil is like fluffy and rich, so I don't have to amend the soil. But if your soil doesn't look like this, if it's more like dry like that, you can add some more compost on it to make it look like that, and it's going to be better for your plants. I went to the front to get a gardening tool, and I find that I only have 1 bouquet left. That's just like 3 hours. I sold 6 bouquets, so I think I need to make 1 or 2 more bouquets, because I know there are more customers are coming, and I don't wanna disappoint them, that there's no bouquets left at the stand. And also, it's a little more money for me to get garden supply too. So let's make a garden bouquet right now. And this is my vegetable garden. Auntie's not here anymore, but she sowed a lot of cilantro for me right there. The bell peppers are start to be ready. I'm going to harvest that. If you're going to use the basil for your flower arrangement, make sure that the flower head is like sturdy first, not like wimpy. Sometimes the flower heads look like this. That means they're not ready and they're going to flop in the bouquet. So try to harvest when they like mature, like big and tall like this, and the flower head straight, not flop. Okay. Since we already here, I just want to show you my vegetable garden real quick. The tomatoes, they are so prolific. And that's my Thai chili peppers. They start to form. It's gonna be like little bird, mini, very spicy chili peppers. I love that so much. The lettuce are blooming. Oh, I should eat this soon. You can put flowers on the fried egg too. That's gonna look very good. Or maybe your omelet, if you are American people. This is amaranthus. I grow this for my cut flower, but because I ran out of space in summer, so I just grow here in my vegetable garden. This is my sunflower that self-seed itself on my vegetable garden. A lot of basil. I grow so many kind of basils because I just love to use them in my flower arrangements so much. That's the bell peppers. Ooh, I think it's the purple variety. Oh wow, they're going to look purple like that. And that's the yellow variety. Oh my god, so cute. So cute. And this is the Siam Queen basil. Look at the flower head. Cucumber. Almost ready. And I built this trellis myself. I get inspired by the local garden that I visit. They just use bamboo and use the T-post. Okay, so you put the T-post on the ground and then tie the bamboo with the T-post. Do you know that you can use ornamental grass in your bouquet, just to make your bouquets look more whimsical? I'm going to use purple as a pop-up color, and this is Verbena bonarensis. And I will use this celosia as spiky flowers. This is Sunday celosia. So pretty. So I'm gonna mix this with some of the pink that I have here. Maybe I'll pick this Zinnia Comfrina, So I'm gonna start with the structure first, okay. Then add some Zinnias. Then I'll add some Dahlias. I'll tuck in between the, the sedum. So the sedum support the flowers. Same thing with the Zinnia, I can pinch it inside the hydrangea like that. So the hydrangea, support the Zinnias. And this one I'm tucking inside the sedum like that. So the sedum support the Zinnia and the Zinnia doesn't flop. And as I told you before, the basil tend to flop, right? So I'm gonna add it now in the middle. So the other flowers will support the basil. Next, I'm going to use these strong stem flowers to support the basil. I will just like put right there. Now the stem of the basil tucked inside the Dahlia. And I'll add some snapdragons. This basil kinda, flop out, so I'm gonna push it in the middle. Maybe tuck it in the middle like that. Yep. Maybe the Zinnia should be right here. Now I'm gonna adjust the height a little bit before I go to the next step. Make sure the whole bouquet is balanced. Now I'm adding in these accent flowers. Fill in with little zinnias. I only have one lysantha, so I'm gonna put it in the middle. The last step, I will add this dahlia right in that empty spot right there. So the whole bouquet support the most focal flowers. And here we go. And when I drop it in the mason jar, it's going to open up like this. Just finished the bouquet and the customer come picked it up right away. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
And oh my goodness, one of my regular customers just dropped off all these mason jars for me. Oh my god, thank you so much. And all this. Whoa, 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 that's a lot of little mason jar. Oh, thank you. So I water it now because I don't want to splash the water all over the seed later. Also, I want, the water to make the ground flatter. You can see now it's more flat because of the water. Because that spot receives a lot of morning sunlight, I will sow the black-eyed Susan in the front. The fewer field will not block the sunlight from the black-eyed Susan. Now it's time to sow. I think I'm gonna sow it by the irrigation. Take the seed out a little bit. The field seed is like super duper tiny. I'm not gonna sow them all, so I'm gonna save the seed for later. Just in case that, these don't germinate. I have some seed left to sow in spring. I'm gonna just spread the seed out. I'm going to move these little babies, bachelor button. Here you go, babies. So I will plant the whole thing. I will not try to separate the seedling from the soil because that will disturb the root. And I'll plant them with the frame right here. So I'm planting this next to the amaranth. This amaranth is going to bloom next month. Once they bloom, I'm going to harvest the flower and then I'm going to cut back to the ground. And that will leave more room for these bachelor button to grow. And I am watering gently one more time to make sure that the seed attached to the soil. For this bachelor button, I make sure that I water them a lot because I've transplanted them. They look pretty bad, but believe me, they're fine. They're gonna come back. Here are the other bachelor buttons that I transplanted them last week. When I first transplanted them, they look pretty bad, but now they look good already. Just make sure they get a lot of water, in the first week, and especially, when you first plant them. I'm gonna water that spot as well because I saw the larkspur seed right there. And this scrap that I pull out, I will just put it in my compost pile. How you call it? Carnation, yeah. And here is the bridge to my compost pile. That's the log that Jason piled up. Maybe it should go mushroom right there. And here is our compost. I can put it here. This is like the finished compost. I already use a lot of it. This is almost finished. Okay, and this is the eucalyptus that Jason got it for free because it looked in a pretty bad shape. So I think it's get too much sun. I'm gonna acclimate it first. Gonna put it under the shade. Maybe I'm gonna plant them later. That one as well. I will put it like in the shade first. So I'm gonna acclimate them first so they get used to the outdoor atmosphere. The sun is too strong for them. They were inside. Oh, I just want to show you my larkspur. Not larkspur, our delphinium. So pretty. The sun is out and the crepe myrtle perked back. Look at this Rudbeckia. It get the rain and then the sun, which is the best condition for them. These are the stone that Jason got it for free from Facebook Marketplace. I don't know how he talked to the guys, but the guy gave the stone to Jason for free. My Lysianthus, they kinda done. The garden frogs that Chocoball and Choco Chip, kept eating. Now Chocoball and Choco Chip just have something else to eat now, so they, stop bothering my garden frogs. I can't believe he moved all this alone. Unbelievable. He is so stubborn. And here are my dogwood tree. Look at that. So pretty. And the deer love this so much. The fruit that drop on that side of the fence, the deer just keep eating it. And here's my cottage garden. It's pretty weedy right now. Guys, I really don't like this. This is morning glory. They're so invasive. And they creep on a lot of my plants right there. So bad. Store flowers. This is the second flush already. I love them so much. The black-eyed Susan. You guys, if you grow horses, you know that there's some variety that they smell so good, like this one. I don't know what it is, but it smells like jasmine. If you guys know the variety, let me know. Oh my god, marigold! So pretty. This is Cocoa Marigold. It's my favorite marigold. Actually, I should have about 10 plants right here, but Chocoball and Choco Chip eat all the seedlings. This is the survivor. So pretty. This has to be cleaned up so bad. That's my vegetable garden. Okay, let's come back to this rose garden. Because the temperature getting low again and it will get even lower next month, the rose, bloom again. They will not bloom as big, as bold as in the spring, but they will bloom. That's why I love roses so much. Before we go in the greenhouse, I just want to show you my seedling that I started 2 weeks ago. This is hollyhock. The reason that I start here because I don't know where to plant them yet. If you sow them like this, try to thin them out so they're not too crowded. The way you thin them out, just pinch it off. I need only 4 plants or maybe 5 plants. So I'm gonna keep this one, which is the strongest one, this one and this one. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this one right. Now I'm gonna take out this one next to it. I'm just going to pinch it and this is done. They're gonna die back. Gonna pinch this one. I think I should keep this one. So I'm gonna pinch that, take that out, take this one out, take this one out. All right, now I have 6 just in case, but I really need only just 4. This is Sweet William. I'm gonna find a spot for them later on. I will not thin this out yet because I probably need them all. Okay, so I'm gonna leave them alone. I can separate them or I can thin them out like that. If you don't need them all, you can just thin them out. About next week, I'm going to transplant the lavender, English lavender, start to germinate. And here's my greenhouse, the tomatoes. It's a little messy, guys, but I mean, if I wait to clean this first before make videos, I wouldn't be able to make a videos for you guys because it's gonna take me forever. This is cucumber that I grow in the greenhouse. And you know, I train them right there. And here, I have this tomato in the middle of the ceiling. So cute. Tomatoes. Oh, this one probably ready. This is the Asian water spinach. And this is my water fountain. And with the tropical plants. When you water the seedling tray, it's best to water from the bottom. That means you don't put water on top of the tray, but you know, kind of put on the side so the water go underneath the tray, and the soil will absorb the water by itself. But if you want to water on the top, that's not a big deal too. It will be less problem for fungus and for the algae and you know, some kind of disease that come with the moisture. We put the net back on the pond because the heron keep coming to eat the fish. We know that the heron come because the plant flop and the fish hit underneath the plant. You know, they were so uncomfortable because the heron, you know, came to bother them, trying to eat them. But now they're more comfortable. Look, they just come out to greet me. Hello. And Jason just set up that automatic feeding machine because we were on vacation and you know, we wanted to make sure that they are fed. Hello babies, how you doing?
If you take Shrewsbury Avenue all the way up, actually all the way up to the front.
I just check off that I have sold the seeds from floral. I think that is the most time sensitive thing to do in August, you know, to sow the perennials and the biennials. Because if you miss this window, you know, you wouldn't have this flower bloom next year unless you buy from nursery, you know, in spring. And let's do a recap what you can do like in this week. You can deadhead a lot of flowers. You can cut back, you know, the flowers that completely dead, like the bee balm that I have. Like you can cut back the lavender. Something like hydrangeas, I would leave it alone for now. You can order tulip bulbs for the, you know, special varieties. Maybe, you know, daffodil bulbs as well if you are planning to go special variety. Also, a lot of cleanup. Anything that you see in your garden that doesn't look good, you know, you can cut it back a little bit to to clean up because you don't want to get overwhelmed in fall, when you have to do a big cleanup. You want to make sure that you pull the weed before they go to seed and then they spread everywhere in your garden. But if you don't have the time, it's totally fine. You should enjoy the garden. So many people talk about what you should do and should not do in your garden, but no one really talk about how to enjoy your garden. So I just want to remind you that, if you miss all of these tasks, it's totally fine. There are always next season, and there's gonna be something else to do in fall as well, in winter or in spring. So just enjoy whatever you have the time for. And I think that's about it for this video. I am going to enjoy my noodles, and I would like to see you again in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment. Okay, all right, bye bye. Ooh.